welcome back. I'm sorry about that. So I took the liberty because I already attached one part, and yeah, so as you can see, there are holes there where you can attach them. Then you'll be like, why did you attach this when you could have just extended this? But then you would have the base, you know, extra strength to carry everything, or else it would be just panels, and then this, it would be very unstable. You know what I mean? So we got that one, got this one, we've made this one already. Rat. Does this go? So for these, we will be folding the score lines. This is, I believe, base part 2.1 and 5, I believe, right? And 5, yeah. So I'm just gonna apply glue here on the score line, the sides. And again, this has sides because the first time I made it, there was gaps, and you know, that happens when you're layering. And then there was, you could see white, and I didn't think that was very pretty. So I had to make the wings. To make the wings. Period. So now I'm just gonna place it on top. Make sure it's properly placed. And then just hold it like that. There. If you don't place it properly, then you will have an issue with the score lines. And they won't bend easily. There you go. Here. And then we have the sides again. And then you'll be like, why don't you attach everything at first? Well, the problem that you can face is that, you can try that, but the problem when I did that, problem I had was the last part, the gap was bigger. I don't know why. So maybe you just have to attach them just next to the score line and not completely on top of it. If you want to do this, but well, I think you can do this for the first. I'm so scared if I do this now that it won't fit because of the bending. See, that's why I didn't want to do it. So I'm just not gonna do it. Just gonna do the other way. Gonna apply glue at the back. Again. It's just all base templates, these are. Yeah. It's good. It is possible that this strip was with a layer 1 or layer 2. What am I saying? Yeah. But the foundation is Let me look. Base 2.1 and 5. You have to cut 2.1 2 times. I've adjusted it so you won't have the wrinkles, if you know what I mean. I was afraid that people was gonna be fancy about it, even though you won't be able to see it. I thought just adjust it. I myself won't be too picky because, like I said, you won't see it. So we've done this. And you'll see what I mean if you do this. Just make sure that you have like glue on the top so you won't have those gaps. The bottom, you know, don't be too fancy because you won't be looking at the bottom side anyways. I mean, don't be too picky because you won't see the bottom. No, I'm just applying glue on areas where you will see. And you won't have gaps if you applied properly glue, and on the edges, most importantly, at the top. And if you didn't, then you will have gaps. There you go. There. There you go. I hope I'm not out of screen. It happens sometimes. I'm aware. I've been looking for the, how do you call that? For a tripod with this special angle that you can place the camera above me. But those things are, my goodness, are ridiculously expensive. An extension, but why are they so expensive? My goodness. I mean, you can buy a tripod like the one I'm using now, but those with extensions that you can actually, so possibly to have the camera above me, because I really would like that. That's just ridiculous. So, again, just have to save up for that. Those things. Those, I think camera first. And maybe the extensions first and then the camera. Then I can still use this camera and then have a better angle. It will be from above. So much better. Right? And if I do it from above, it's going to be hard for me to watch, because then I always have to look up. When it comes to cameras and stuff, laptop, I'm okay with that. The machine, I can do that. But when it comes to cameras, I don't know. There's just connecting to your laptop or your Wi-Fi and those stuff. My goodness. I don't know. I do it, I follow the step, and then it doesn't work. There you go. So, next we have this template. I don't know which one this is. I think this is layer something, right? From layer 1, I believe. So what we do here is fold the square lines. I believe that if you have made what? Which part was that we had this? I can remember. All parts. Thing is, you won't see much of it because it will be hidden. That's how I was looking. Oh, which part was it? But it's this feeling inside. Ah. So fold the square lines. There and there. And the triangles too, because we'll be attaching those. Did I show this? Did we had something like this? With a pillar. I don't believe we did, right? Not with the pillar, did we? Or the temple. I can't remember. Anyways, apply glue. Fold it like that. Gotta fold it, and then you have to attach the strip where you applied glue on this area. At the base, there. And then you create this kind of beam. Is it called a beam? Okay. I feel like I've already made this and then showed it in a video, but I don't know which one. I'm gonna fold that. I glue there. Yeah, I did. Was it? I can't remember. Was it for the Pillar of Heaven? Do we have this in the Temple of Heaven? Really? Why don't I see it? Oh, yeah. Hmm? No. Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, we do. It's hidden. Second one. So you just fold it into a beam. But a beam is it's bigger, right? How do you call this then? I don't know. This. Then fold it up. I'm folding the strips up here so I can apply. And then you have this applied glue on them here because that's gonna be a bit harder. Then pushing that one in. And then fold it. And that extra bit, I'll make sure it won't move. And then you have the triangle parts on the side, which you can fold towards, so you can apply either glue anywhere. You can apply glue on the strip, like the tooth thingy, wherever you want, or on the other side. Then just use your hobby tweezer to hold it. Well, no one's finger will ever be able to reach that part, not even mine. Unless you're a baby, but I think maybe that even's too small. So, kind of expected that this tutorial was gonna be long, but phew. I know it was gonna be this long. There. I'm securing it. Lifting up the top. Applying glue in there. Putting that one in. And then fold it. There you go. And then this, oops, this triangle, no. You have to go inside. Applying glue. Securing it. You can actually already apply glue on that one. No, you can't. Fold score lines. There. This one also gave me a headache. Making this template. Sometimes I just have to, you're drawing something flat, and then I am then making it, folding it with my head, in my head, like over church. So making something flat. And I get so trying to envision it in my head how it would turn out. And then sometimes maybe it's because then I'm already tired, I don't know what it is, and I get like headache trying to envision that something that's flat, folding it in my head, and then yeah, and then you're so close to it, and then you forgot that you added too many strips, and you have to adjust it again. Because that's what I do all the time when I design, adding strips on both sides. All the time, then I have to adjust that. I don't know why, it's just... Okay. Anyways, I'm so happy when this is done, so I can continue with the other one. I was very excited actually making this. I was really looking forward to this. I waited for 2 months or something. When I designed it, didn't mean I made it yet. And then, well, things happens. So we have that, and then we have these columns for each one, right? Except for thingy. So what you do with this is, again, you have a triangle and you have with strips. Fold it in half. My mouth's getting dry. I really need to drink something. Follow the crease lines or the score lines. And then make sure, like, starting from this front, that this is your bottom, right? So you have to apply glue on the bottom strip. So there you go. Here. And fold the upper strip over it. So make sure that's the bottom, because then you won't see the double layer that you have created. And the score lines on the sides, you fold it not completely, so just create this kind of roof. See me do, yeah? Like, fold them towards each other. Okay. Yeah, done that, because those strips will be inserted in there, like we did with this part. Okay? So we're gonna start with one. Again, make sure that the bottom is at the bottom, so you won't see the double layer. Attach it from one end to the other. And as you will notice, you'll be like, why didn't you just make one template at once? It's because with this extension, oh man, oof, this was easier. Trust me, this was so much easier than to create all this extension. Imagine the end, and then, oof, this was, I tried that, and it really, this was already a bit hard to attach because of the corners. Imagine this one. So I'm gonna apply glue on the next. And sometimes when it becomes smaller, it is hard to insert the bottom part, but that's, don't worry, you can also, when it comes to the bottom part, sometimes this will happen that you have the strip over it. It's okay, don't worry, it's the bottom, you won't see it, you really won't. So when it becomes smaller and smaller, that happens to you, don't panic. But with the bigger ones, that's okay. See, I inserted it there. In the bottom, you see it's not perfect, but again, don't worry. As long as the top is pretty and fitting and the bottom isn't, please don't worry about the bottom, because it will be, it will be attached on top of this. And even though if you turn it around, you won't be able to see the bottom much. So as long the top side is attached and the bottom, when it becomes smaller, it will be hard to fit in, but you can still go over it, on top of it. So don't worry, just saying it now. Let's try applying glue on the strip. Here. And here. And on this. Let's see how that works out. Insert it. Attach it. Yeah. sure you attach them properly again on top. You won't have gaps in between, you know, that's not that pretty. So you really have to use pressure. Make sure it's attached properly, you don't have gaps. And if you do, you can probably, when your glue is not dry yet, can deattach and deattach. Just remove it. And then reattach. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink after this because my throat is getting a bit dry, and then my voice will become very crispy and very annoying to listen to. I hate hearing my voice. Hold on. So, there you go. It's attached, and now I can place this on top. Right. It's either what you find easier. You can attach this first, and then attach it on top. It's just whatever you prefer. I'm gonna put glue here. I think we're almost done. Then just one more layer, layer 5, which has the kind of diamond thingy. Oh, 56 seconds. I will have to say, see you next part. I'll be attaching this already because as you can see, I'm applying glue. I'll be just attaching this on top, okay? So I'll see you in the next part. The last one.